I do think there's something in the music room I have to accomplish, but... The door doesn't seem like it even has a lock yet. It's not budging the slightest bit. Its entire surface is littered with protective paper charms. Spiritual confinement, Buddha's guardianship, banishment of malice, charm of exorcism, metaphysical barrier. What the hell? Why all the protective seals? Is there something inside? Nope, you really shouldn't hit it in this long. It's bad for the bladder. How about outside, in the woods along the walkway? That should be fine, right? Okay. What took you so long? The floorboards seem to have shifted during the last earthquake, plugging up the hole that blocked your way earlier. Okay. Not sure why I just commented on that earlier, but fine. Alright, it's all you. I'll be waiting right here. You shouldn't have any trouble getting over the fence, right? I think I can do it. If anything happens, yell really loudly and I'll come get you, okay? Okay. So you gonna die here? Okay, I'm done now. The fallen cabinet is blocking your path. It seems extraordinarily heavy and there's glass everywhere. Climbing over it would probably be a bad idea. How much worse could it be in the situation that you are in? Hello. The spirit of a little girl appears right in front of Yuka's face, glowing a bluish white. Where the left eye should be, only a gaping, empty socket can be seen. The disquieting snip-snip sound grows ever louder as the spirit draws nearer and presents the item she holds in her hand. It's a pair of sewing scissors, and she's brandishing them dangerously close to Yuka's face. The inner blades are dull, rusty, and caked with blood. There's little doubt that the following events are going to be unimaginably excruciating. The girl repeats her futile demand over and over again, bringing the blades closer and closer and closer each time. Yuka's left eye offers little resistance as a jagged, blood-soaked blade is plunged deep within. Her vision runs red as waves of unbearable agony trigger unconscious screams of primal something. She instinctively reaches out to pull the scissors out, but just touching them lightly causes new jolts of torturous misery to flow through her body. The sound of a foreign object scraping against her cranium echoes to her mind mercilessly, not from her eardrums but directly to her brain. No other experience could possibly have prepared her for this. It's all the suffering of the world coalesced into a one single moment. The pain grows exponentially worse with each heartbeat, yet the trauma of the experience makes the heartbeat faster and something. It's not something you can adapt to. It's not something you can ignore. All you can do is thank heaven above when you finally die. Wrong end 2 of 4. Sweet. You know, just having a black screen and telling me how horrible things are, when I frankly can't even read fast enough to read all of it. I know you're trying for imagination and stuff, but that doesn't work so well here. Does this thing change in what it says now? No. Same as before. I wish I was a boy. Four or five? Okay, yes, I did read that one. Come with me, little girl. I have candy. And a phone you can play with. Just don't delete the pictures. Oh, I'm supposed to run. Sorry. She's not breathing. Her eyes have a hollow appearance to them, yet still retain a tiny echo of life and reflect a palpable sense of terror. It almost seems as if she could snap out of it at any moment, stand up and walk away. The corpse is so fresh, simply being in its presence is disquieting. That's still the same. I'm not running. Better question, why are you following? Follow me, I am Spring. I know. Crap, I couldn't get him to walk on it. You creepy girl. Oh. Okay. So he's apparently not following me into this room. Interesting. Hang on, I want to see if the thingy moved. Catch me, I'm Spring. I feel like I'm gonna burst. Oh, for fuck's sakes, you can climb over that. Hold it. That was where it was. Don't have anything to say about that either, okay. What, do I have to make him follow me all the way down? Okay. Yes, yes, I know. I think if I don't activate the cabinet, it will fall as she goes towards it, when totally not running away from him. So let's do that this time around. Go through the freaking door. Hmm? He's stuck on the stairs. Mm-hmm. So when I go into this area, she feels like she's gonna burst. Do I climb over the fence now? Did Oni-chan have that dark hair?
嘘つき。あれ？
怪我はないかい？
ごめんなさい。私は持田ゆかって言います。
そう。僕は木南優也。白檀高等学校の2年だ。
Your half-naked chest is not making me forget that you are the name that those skeletons in chapter 2 were talking about. Kizami. Yuka, was it? Were you also spirited away here? After performing the forbidden Sachiko charm? I don't know. I see, given that you called me Big Brother a moment ago, I assume he's come here with you. Big Brother... You poor girl. I've also become separated from my little sister and I'm desperately searching for her. Sorry, presently. Your little sister is in here? Probably a corpse. I think we've already found her. She is.
よかったら一緒においで。君のお兄さんを探そう。
Well, you don't have glasses, but your hair color is the same as the guy that I just ran away from, so... Sure, I'll follow you.
生きているものはできるだけひとまともになっていた方がいい。僕の妹も君のように一緒に探してくれるかい？
お願いします。お兄ちゃんを見つけてください。
わかった。大丈夫。きっと見つかるよ。
He also has 30 HP.
これじゃ通れないな。よし。
Oh my god, you have strength. Actually, one second. Can we go back and lift that, dresser? The spirit is gone, so I'm gonna say we can. Also, what was it? I'm on 9 of 16. Yakudan Senior High School. Okay, just wanted to check something. My, that was unexpected. There's a skeletal corpse with bleach white bones sprawled across the floor here. Lying atop what remains of his clothes is a student ID name tag. Misato Municipal Brotherhood Senior High School, Class 2-4, Akihiko Kaburazaka. Suffered severe injury to abdomen, bled out, age 17. Huh. That looks suspiciously, important. Strangely, the classroom itself seems to be absent. There's no door on the hall window, show only a black void. Okay. Based on size, this appears to be the corpse of a middle schooler. There's a student ID name tag attached to the tattered remains of her uniform. Hakugo number 3, junior high school, class 3-5, Yuki Tsuruta. They're the remains of a very tall individual. Lying atop with remains of his closest student ID name tag. Misatomi Municipal Brotherhood Senior High School, Class 2-4, Hato Sudo. Took blow to head for friend, skull split open, age 17. Also, since we have 2 Byakudan people to find in this chapter, I'm guessing one of them is a sister. Starved to death while searching for a little sister, age 15. Or I'm gonna find Kizami's dead body somewhere. Strangely, the classroom itself seems to be absent. These are remains of a female student who clearly suffered a blow to the head. Her skull is cracked open, there's dried blood everywhere. Her broken glasses as well as a student ID name tag are resting next to her mangled corpse. Byakudan Senior High School, Class 2-4, Emi Urabe. Skull cracked open with blunt instrument, age 16. And that's like a classmate of yours. You don't seem to care. Somebody left some kind of hidden message over there on 3 old school flyers. Apparently you have to lay them one on top of each other to read it. Shizunosaki. Okay. That's still victims' memoirs. Okay, back to the second wing. And now that we know about those flyer things, maybe I can take them off the wall and then slap them on top of each other. Trying to remember if there were any other cabinets in the way aside from the one in the music room. Is there anything? No, okay. I have to say, so far, Yawn. So far, I don't really like Chapter 3. Not because I think it's a bit unclear on what you have to do, but I have a feeling that the effects thrown in at times, like here, just this random effect thrown at the thrown in where you can only see part of the room or the area. That's it seems to be randomly added for no good reason except ooh, spooky, which really isn't that spooky after a while. Okay, nothing there, and okay. Seriously, just climb onto one of the sinks and pee in that. Yeah, sure, there's no water running to, flush, so to speak, but given what else was in those sinks so far, I don't think urine is going to be that big of a difference. Okay, back here. So, what did that do now? Didn't change anything except let us walk through here. Is Mr. Why Are You Running Away From Me here? Oh hey, you moved. Wasn't this inside the art room before? Hmm? Sure, let's go into the art room and see what changed. Lightning? No. 3. Oh, wait. Okay. 3. SR Simmieren. Husse E. W. DSR. SF. MH. BK. SO. Okay.
大丈夫かい？リカちゃん、子供たちの幽霊を見たかい？
One of them.
校内の張り紙やダイイングメッセージ、僕もいろいろと調べたんだが、あの子供たちを殺害した大人の霊もいるんだ。ここには鉄槌を持った大きな男。どうやらそいつが犯人の霊だ。僕の仲間も何人もあいつや子供たちの霊に殺されてしまった。
Now, don't raise your voice. You are scaring the little girl.
とにかくバラバラでいると何が起こるかわからない。
Also, I have a question. If the person that killed the children is here, why did he suddenly switch from using scissors as a means of attacking to a hammer?
君のお兄さんを早く見つけよう。
Okay, let's go over here. Let's see if he has any change going on with this. Doesn't seem like it. Okay. I'm guessing the messages might tell you how to avoid those thingies. Still looking for victim's memoir number 5. Search desk in music room, right side by the windows. Second desk from the back. Okay. And I'm healed up. Mr. Why Are You Running Away has run away, apparently. So, second from the back. There are a few sentences scribbled on the surface of the desk. Kaori, be very careful around the green skulls splattered all over the floor. They can kill you. I ran into a spiritualist here who left behind a pair of shoes blessed with holy water. If one person wears them and all in attendance join hands, then, and only then, is it safe to traverse the accursed green menace. Whenever I see the sorrowful bodies of those who died here, I feel as if I may go mad with worry. I beg of you, survive these ordeals. Live! A pair of shoes with a faint, nearly imperceptible bluish glow catches your eye from under the desk. Take them. Acquired, blessed shoes. Grant protection to the wary and all who take his/her hands. What? I'll bring the shoes back if it bothers you. I just need to borrow them for a quick walk. Tetsudo! There's something sparkling on the ground. A quiet crystal of unsealing.
どうしたんだい、ゆかちゃん。なんだ、ひょっとしてずっと我慢していたの？急ごうか。でも、どこも使えなかった気もするけど。
Permanent records. The door is affixed to the wall like a decoration. It won't open. Crystal of unsealing. A translucent crystal that shines with a mysterious light. No changes in here. The crystal of unsealing shattered. Uh-oh. The protective charms attached to the door have completely vanished. No opening with no difficulty whatsoever. Seems usable now. Will you be alright by yourself? I'll be okay. Get to it then. I'll be waiting right here for you. That's what my niece on Ted said too.
Kizami じゃないか。
黒崎、お前も無事だったのか。
ああ、よかった。やっと生きてるやつに会えたぜ。そう。
I was at my wit's end just now, let me tell you. Outside of the school there's nothing but trees as far as the eye can see. I thought about braving the wilderness, but it seems like one of those forests of the lost you see in video games. Once you enter, you can never leave. So what the hell is this place anyway? Damn it all. There are actual honest-to-goodness ghosts in here, you know.
もう帰れないかもしれないな、俺たち。
お前見たか？隣の部屋で美月さんが死んでる。
ああ、見た。
I just don't know how to handle this. I feel like there's a certain number of dead bodies a person's expected to see within his lifetime. And I swear, in the last hour alone, I think I've far surpassed my quota. Just yesterday, Mitsuki dumped her boyfriend after finding out he was cheating on her with 3 other women. She's been really down about it all morning. So I sent her stupid text messages during class to cheer her up. She seemed mad about it during study hall. But then she sent me a thank you message the very next period. I think I was actually able to lift her spirits a little. Now though, she's gone, killed by actual spirits. I guess it was those children. No, it was me. What?
Kizami, お前何すんだよ。
You are disturbing the girl.
ここではあいつらに殺されるのも俺に殺されるのも同じだ。どうせ死ぬんだからな。
Oh my god, this was like so totally unexpected.
なんだ、どうしたんだ俺。
Was I knocked out?
ゆか、どこだ？
Staff room. Photograph of Principal Takamina Yanagihori. There's a plaque inside the case commemorating the school's establishment. It's covered in bloody handprints as if someone were frantically caressing it. It's haphazardly crammed to bursting with crumpled up documents, newspaper clippings, and scrap paper. School scandals continue. Principal questioned on liability. A cursed school. The many grisly happenings at Heavenly Host. School nurse reported missing. Inventory of incoming students. Ojima Elementary, 21 boys. Hinomoto Elementary, 10 girls. Caring Village Montessori, 13 boys. Osho West Elementary, 18 girls. Amura Gardens Academy, 6 girls. The remains of a female student are sprawled out on the ground here. Her student ID name tag is still pinned to her breast pocket. Misato Municipal Brotherhood Senior High School, Class 2-4, Kain Hagiwara. Achilles tendon severed with scissors, bled out, age 16. Victims memorized 5-5. Ooh. I'm not gonna read it yet. Strange but true stories of the occult, chasing down the hidden past of the cursed school building It Really Exists by Cole Kibiki. Give it a look.
数日の間に立て続けに町内で多数発生していた連続児童失踪事件は警察の入念な捜査の末最悪の形で解決へと向かう。天神小学校の開校当初から閉鎖されていた地下室で行方不明になっていた児童3名の亡骸と殺害される直前だったのか怯えた様子で座り込む女児1名、そして血まみれのハサミを手に放心している同校の教員1名が発見された。
Okay, 73. The surviving elementary school students, after psychological counseling, gave official testimony fingering the scissorman as abductor and murderer. The staff member questioned was officially charged with multiple counts of abduction and murder of minors, as well as desecration of the dead. He was quickly taken to trial, where an insanity plea spared him from prison or death, but resulted in his compulsory admittance to a mental hospital. Interestingly, the perpetrator of these crimes was none other than the school principal's own son, who was widely renowned for his jovial personality. I have the feeling, if I am right in thinking that the Scissor Man was not the actual person doing it, I am going to think that the principal was the actual perpetrator. He's the Hammer Man, so to speak. However, due to mental ailment of unknown origin, he had begun losing his ability to speak a little by little during his years teaching at Heavenly Host. Once his speech was all but gone, he began searching for alternate places of employment, which occupied him for several months prior to the crime. The results of this endeavor were not favorable, however, and most of his days were spent staggering idly through the streets. His reputation quickly degraded. Several months after his admittance to the mental hospital, he managed to slip past the many nurses on duty and escape the premises. Immediately upon doing so, he made his way into the concealed basement room at Heavenly Host Elementary, where he took his own life by hanging. The 3 children he had killed were all Heavenly Host Elementary students. But the one girl who was rescued from the gaping maw of eternal slumber was not. Following her close call, she and her family moved to another prefecture, far from the memories that no doubt would have otherwise haunted them forever. Sadly, this was only the beginning of the misfortune that would thereafter plague the school, which had already earned itself many an unsettling rumor. Over the next few years, Heavenly Host would become a stage for countless incidents of rape, molestation, and suicide. With students' registration and attendance dwindling at an alarming rate in its response to these crimes, The school was eventually shut down, 1975-11-18. The 60-year-old principal at the time had become infamous as an eccentric who adorned his walls, doors, and furniture with incomprehensible scrawls. Even later forensic analysis of the writings throughout his office could make little sense of his haphazardly scribbled enumerations. And the day after the school's closure date was finalized, this aged eccentric threw himself from its roof. He broke his neck on impact, dying instantly. As you can clearly discern, the sordid history of the school is indeed awful, but there may be more to it than merely a series of unfortunate incidents. A power greater than any of us can comprehend may be acting as puppeteer from the shadows, maintaining an actual, tangible curse upon this property. And the key to it all lies with the sole survivor, the girl who bore witness to the brutal murders and mutilation of 3 children no older than she. Is it Sachiko? The girl in the red dress. The one who got away. Oh no, it's the one you shouldn't have not killed. My investigation into the supernatural side of this horrific massacre is only just beginning. Rest assured, I intend to make this a regular feature. I've begun gathering data for a follow-up report, so stay tuned. The next issue promises to uncover more details in this morbidly fascinating story.
この事件、一人の女の子が助かっていたのか。しかもこの写真、さっき見かけた赤い服を着た女の子の幽霊じゃないか。
Why would someone who wasn't killed here be haunting the school? Heavenly Host Bulletin. An individual unaffiliated with the school broke into the building last night and killed himself. This is the third such incident. The deceased was a 72-year-old single male from a neighboring prefecture. Okay. There doesn't seem to be a candle anywhere here. Oh, hang on. Heavenly Host Elementary School closure date 1975-11-18. Okay. Alright. Let's read it. Looks like I'll be dying soon, so I'm going to try to keep my fingers steady just this one last time. The bleeding never stopped and was getting colder and colder. I can barely see. In the end, we never did find one another here, and unless you magically pop out of the shadows real soon, we never will. Mitsuharu, I've always idolized you. You constantly surpassed me in every way, always one step ahead, no matter what we were doing. I kept telling myself that at some point I'd turn the corner and you'd be there. But I knew better. My brain knew better. My brain rejected that notion from the beginning. If I should dream in death, though, then I know I'm going to see you when I turn this next corner, like I've been praying for all this time. We can beat up on each other like we used to, and I'll never have to be alone again. Oh God, my head! A wave of nausea and unbearable despair suddenly washed over Satoshi's entire body. The next thing he knew, he was standing in the corner of an extremely narrow, red room. His movements weren't his own. It was as if his mind were disconnected from his body, with no perception of surface or gravity or motion. After a sudden dip jarred his senses, he realized he was moving purely on nerve impulses, with no direction or control. Perhaps he had been taken in by the curse, by the wave of negativity that permeated this place, far beyond the spectrum of human understanding. His shell of a body might as well have been a twig skipping across the ground in a windstorm. Without warning, his very sense of self had been completely destroyed, leaving him in a virtually lobotomized state. It seems the remnants of a man's tormented soul are indeed a thing best left untouched. For this dying message, and the curse it carried, certainly had no trouble at all dismantling the essence of what was once a boy named Satoshi. Chapter 3, wrong end 3 of 4. Yes! Still missing one wrong ending and completing the actual chapter.